Hi, my name is Ron, and this is my wife, Jen. We are missionaries with United World Mission, and we live here in Sao Paulo, Brazil for the last 9 years. We work with children at risk, and the organization that we work with here locally is called Valley of Blessing.
We also have 4 children. Our oldest son, Stefan, is currently studying in Switzerland. And here with us, we have Marisa, Jason, and Emily.
So for the last 6 years, through the Valley of Blessing, we have worked on a campaign that ended last year after the Olympics, because we did events around the Olympics and the World Cup seeking to protect children from sexual exploitation. And from that, we have been involved in some new initiatives.
One of those initiatives was going to be Casa Liberdade, but a quick update, it hasn't opened. The government has not allowed it. But it's interesting because God has given me an opportunity to still work with children and girls who are at risk sexually. I was working with a group and we started what was called Kazulu, or cocoon, therapeutic sessions for about 14 weeks. And through creative art therapy, we've just been able to minister to them, bring healing, and just to have a relationship with them and talk with them. So it's been amazing to see how God has been working.
So after the campaign got done, Valley of Blessing started a new program for refugee families. And there I work as the chaplain, working with all the families and helping them from a spiritual and also an emotional point of view. Because many of them have gone through a lot of trauma and crisis, and this is also where Jen comes in. So working with these families, for example, we worked with an Egyptian family. The wife ended up becoming a Christian. Her dad is an imam. And after that happened, the kids were threatened, their lives were threatened, and they started to receive abuse or persecution from all different sides. So they ended up fleeing here to Brazil, and we worked with them for over a period of 6 months, trying to just help them deal with trauma and trying to help them work through forgiveness and not being so afraid of Muslims. So it's a process that is going to go on. They have successfully graduated from the program, and the church has adopted them.
One just great thing about us working together with the refugee program is that we are working with kids as well. And just as Ron mentioned, there's a lot of trauma in coming from your own country to a brand new country, new food, new language. And just, again, it's all about relationship. And it's been amazing to see God work through us with this family, this Egyptian family, working through Emily, 7 years old, playing hula hoop, Play-Doh with kids that they don't really know how to speak to each other, but they still play together. So we're excited to see how, despite language, despite difficulties, God's grace is far greater than that, and we've been able to see healing come to these people's lives.
So we have a few prayer requests that we want to share with you. One has to do with just the families there in general. We want to see a lot more families come. We have a new contact that is going to help us hopefully bring a lot more families. We have quite a few houses in which to help these families to feel comfortable and to grow. Pray also for our vehicle project. We're trying to raise $15,000. The vehicle we have right now is pretty old. It's 17 years old. But we use our van not just for our family, but also to help the refugees go from place to place, to go to church in a lot of different ways. And pray for us as a family as we continue to engage with these refugee families. Pray that God will use us, and that Jen and I would also not neglect our own kids, but that we'll work along with them too.
And we just want to thank you guys at the end here just for supporting us, not just financially, but prayerfully, because we know that on a daily basis, we need God to help us through these many difficulties so that we can also help other families. So we just thank you so much for your prayer, your support, walking through this with us. The reason why we're here is to bring God's healing and His love to people who desperately need it. So we thank you so much, and we just want to let you guys know that. Thanks.
Thank you.